All right, y'all, so I'm editing this video, and before I even get started, I just want to say thank you all for subscribing, liking, loving, all of those things. I want to play a little drinking game with y'all. You don't have to drink alcohol. If you drink water, go on and drink some water. Or if you drink coffee, like whatever you're drinking, just a little tally game of how many times I say, I love that. When did I start saying that? I'm annoying.
1, 2.
I am ambitious.
I am ambitiously misunderstood. Ambitiously misunderstood. Ambitiously misunderstood.
I am ambitious.
Ambitiously misunderstood.
Ambitious.
Ambitiously misunderstood.
I am ambitious.
Ambitiously misunderstood.
ambitiously-
Ambitiously misunderstood. Ambitiously misunderstood.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ambitiously Misunderstood. Today, we have a dear friend of mine, the stylish, the brilliant, the beautiful, the fashionable, Miss Ray. Yes.
Hey Amber, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being here.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. So in the beginning, we're gonna play a little bit of a this or that.
Okay.
You can choose of the two which one resonates with you, and then just explain a little bit why you picked that of the two.
Sounds good.
So the first question is based on what the people already have in their closet. Would you rather style a group of people who consider themselves
It already sounds very stressful.
or would you rather style a group of people who consider themselves fashionistas?
Everyone who is trying to be a fashionista has too much in their closet. And I'm really, really passionate about finding like a good, I call it a uniform essentially, where you have like the things that stay with you for years. So I think it's easier to pitch that to someone who doesn't know what they're doing than a stylist who's like, oh yeah, I'm going for this, or a fashionista who says I'm going for this style, and then the next day they're doing a whole nother look. So it's just like, which one
Who are you?
lane,
Right.
please, and then expand from there. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay. So would you have to pick between these two colors, and this is the color of your entire wardrobe for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Pink or green?
Pink.
Blue or orange?
And I have to wear this in my closet.
For the rest of the year.
That is so hard. I'm gonna say blue because I have not dived into orange yet.
All white or all black?
Ooh. Wow. And I have to wear it. I'm gonna have to do all black because that is essentially the my uniform.
Yeah.
It's where it starts. So yeah, all black. I can make that look different all the time.
Honestly, you can. I've seen you do it, okay? This is an item that most people have in their closet, but I'm trying to decide which one is more important, okay? Hat or belt?
Honestly, it's a belt.
Really?
Like, yeah. I don't know, that attention to detail for me is always missed. Even in like the professional setting, it's like, dang, we didn't buy any belts. And pants are really, like pants don't come made to fit. They just don't. Like in order to get that perfect fit, you would have to get them tailored. But the next best thing is a belt. So a belt, because if you want a cinched waist, like
a belt, honey. A belt.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. So this next segment is called What's Your Ambiance?
What's your ambiance?
Okay, I love these games.
Yes, I'm all about vibe,
Yeah.
peace, protecting my energy, finding my energy, and
Love it.
protecting that peace. So how do you mentally prepare before shoots, before interviews, before meeting people? Because you're around a lot of people that, you know, most people would be intimidated to be around. So how do you prepare for those moments?
If it's like just every like a shoot or anything like that, I would start off with waking up hella early, like kind of unnecessarily early, but it's necessary for me. But I will say I don't like to be rushed. So it really depends on where I'm at. Like today it took me a while because I have these nails.
They look
so I know
they look amazing.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little nail cam? Just go on and show the people. Come on.
Yes,
they're amazing.
girl. Thank you so
Where
much.
are they from? Do you want to plug them? Like,
I mean, yeah, I've been trying to support small businesses. So this is a girl, I think she works in fashion. Her name is, used this glue artist called William Lovelace, who I loved his like paintings.
okay.
And I was like, I want that on my nails. And she's really creative, so I knew she was the person to do it. So I was like, put this on my nails. Yeah.
So you sent it to her and she made it, or?
Yeah, I sent her like the images, the reference that I would want to see, like how I want my nails, and then she makes them. But she'll do like fashion references, like Jean Paul Gaultier, different like really cool things. She'll take a reference and incorporate it into nail art. So what a way to be creative. Yeah.
I'll have to look into that. I love that.
Yeah, I think, press-ons too are like the new thing for me, because I don't like to damage my nails.
And they're cheaper, easier. The switch up is
The switch up. Yeah, it's all about switching it up.
It's the switch up for me.
Yeah.
You wake up early on days when you have major.
I do not rush. I cannot rush. And then I've been meditating during this quarantine time, and I feel like that has just been super, super centering. Like, and during set days, like, I'm really up for game because I know anything can happen. Like anything. So you kind of just have to be able to handle that and take that pressure, and that comes from like really being centered. So I'd start off with meditation in the morning. I experienced doubt. I guess it comes and it goes, and you have to realize that it will come and it will go. Like,
yeah,
you have to start talking like really, really nice to yourself. And I think with meditating, it practices just learning how to not be in control of your thoughts necessarily, but just being aware of like, hey, I'm actually thinking this right now, and change that. Because a lot of the times we do have a lot of negative chatter going on. We're hella self-critical. I know I'm hella self-critical, and I don't ease up on myself. Like, I don't give myself, I'm like, what you need to do is what you should have been doing.
Not good enough.
I started to like really talk nicely to myself, whether it be like waking up in the morning and I say like, I love you. I'm talking to myself. I just gotta tell myself like, I love you, girl. Like, I know I'm hard, but I do love you. And then like, if I wake up in the morning and I see a mirror, I'll be like, I'm that bitch. You know how Megan Thee Stallion says that?
Yes, I love
Been that bitch, still that bitch, and will forever be that bitch. Okay, and I'm like, yeah. Even if it sounds crazy to you, like, girl, you lying, tell yourself that lie. Like, it needs to start being something you mentally, it comes naturally. So like the negative chatter isn't eating away at you, because once you're in your head, you're not present, and you do have to be present to like follow your dreams. Like, be in the room, you know what I mean?
You like moved away from New Jersey, moved to New York, hustled it out. So can you just talk a little bit about moving to a new city and making connections with people?
Yeah, I remember in college, they were like, oh, you're gonna have to like network. I was like, meeting new people, putting yourself out there, like really what I was just like, I don't know how, I didn't know what that looked like.
Right.
And people make it seem way bigger than it needs to be, because you're meeting new people every day. Right. There's not a time in your life where you're not connected with somebody. And if you are, I'm assuming you're like in solitude, fasting for 40 days, or just in a really dark place. And I understand those moments too. But when I moved to New York, it was like for mainly my career. And then like my life was starting to form in another city, just having friends in another city. So the opportunity just kind of spurred upon me, like any New York City apartment kind of does, and you have to grab at it. So it was very quick. Like I moved in maybe a month. Like, yeah.
Very quick.
A month. Yeah, like pretty quick. And I have no money. I did not have any money. I had enough money to pay that first month's rent.
Okay.
And buy me a bed and buy me, like I went to IKEA, and yeah, like the rest is history. And I would say like it is always a risk, but I knew I was going there for work. Like I knew it was going to be fine because this is what I came out here to do. And once you really believe and have that faith in yourself and also in the universe, that like call and response, essentially, everything worked out. Like I was paying my bills, all my bills.
Come on.
I would say this year, despite everything, and I mean everything.
Come on, because it's been a year.
It's been a year, okay? And
hey girl, I'm glad you're alive. Good to see you. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. I would say, didn't think, I wanted to stop working part-time. I wanted to stop hustling. I wanted my career to be what finances my life. And everyone knows, like, you kind of have to hustle and navigate. So I was like, this year, I'm going to freelance. I'm going to freelance, and that's the only thing I'm going to be doing. And then Corona hit, and I was like, girl, who knows if you even have a career after this? Like, freelance, excuse my French, but freelance. Ain't nobody got a job? You think your freelance ass got a job? So I didn't think it was gonna happen, and I was freaking out a little bit, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to find something else to do. But since things have opened up, like I said again, it's been my community who has put me onto jobs, who have recommended me, and then like I've been working consistently since June, period. And it has not stopped, and it won't stop, and I'm like living off of my means, and I'd rather have peace of mind.
So can you just talk about a moment where you pushed through people doubting you or misunderstanding your dream or making you feel like it's not possible?
Yeah, I think the only person I've had to prove something to is myself.
Come on.
Like, it really is like, what are you trying to do, Array? Like, what is it that you want? I remember, I think last summer, I was a little bit distracted, and I can tell I wasn't being present in the things that I said I wanted to do career-wise, and I was still interning at that time, so I wasn't getting paid, and it was at that time, that's about 8-9 months, that I was like, okay, it's time to transition into getting this paid. Like, I need to be paid for my services, because I know at this point I'm good at what I do, so there's no more doing it for free. And at the same time, I was in a relationship, and I was distracted, and I was like more focused on that, so I couldn't be out here asking for money and like not doing my job as well as it should have been done. Mm-hmm. So I really had to just like, you gotta like adult yourself, like, girl, you need to get your act together. You need to stop playing. Ain't nobody playing with you. Yeah, so I had to like just concentrate and like be a lot more intentional. But yeah, you have to also realize like when experiences like overvalue money, like monetary value. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so there's opportunities where I said I've been manifesting like working with Megan Thee Stallion, and I was just like, I want to work with her. I want to work with her so bad. It's gonna happen. It's like it started becoming very close in my vicinity, and then my boss, who is a fashion editor at ID, did her work for the cover. Like he styled her, so like our team got to like prep the job for Megan Thee Stallion, and I was just like, literally, didn't you tell yourself you wanted to work with Megan Thee Stallion? Well, look at there. Like, I wanted to work with Solange, one of the stylists I work for did her film, and like worked with her consistently during that time. So I was interning, just being a part of like projects that I was just really, really passionate about. So yeah.
I love that. Like setting your intentions, speaking it, claiming it, calling it. Like,
yeah,
doing the thing.
That call and response is very, very real. Like,
yeah,
it's magical. I keep describing it as like such magic, because once you're tapped in, you are really in control. Like, people don't realize how much control they are in. Mm-hmm. And it really is like just being responsible for yourself. Like, if you say you want to do something, you need to create the steps, do the steps, it's just not gonna come. Like,
It's just gonna fall in your
it's not
lap.
gonna come. Yeah, people like to see the end result. Like, oh, they blew up. Like, no, they've been working for 10 years straight. Like,
15, 20 years straight.
right? It didn't just happen.
It's a hustle.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on this show. I'm gonna ask you one last question because I really want to know. You've worked on so many projects. You've worked with so many people.
Yeah.
What has been your most cherished experience and why?
My most, ooh, that's a great one. Ooh, let me think about this. Yeah, so I literally said like last weekend that I wanted to model. I wanted to start modeling. And then the Monday after, this is what I mean by call and response.
Wait, what day did you say it? What day did you say it?
That like last Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, I was just like working, ending my day, and I was just like, you know what, I want to start modeling. I want to get that bag. Like, the industry is expanding. They need to see a girl like me doing the things too.
They do.
So I said I want to model. And then on Monday, I got a gig modeling for Fashion Week for like one of these amazing brands that I'm familiar with and that I love. And it was yesterday, and I'm so excited.
Oh my God, I'm so happy
Because I think it's gonna be on Vogue, and I'm like,
girl, you did that.
I'm like, so my friends, like, the stylist who was doing the show for Fashion Week, that was the girl I worked with first launch and stuff. And then Mel, who I was working with for Kiki Palmer, she just like hit me up and was just like, hey, do you want to be in this like video and lookbook with me? And I was like, yeah, like literally I just said it, so how am I gonna turn this down? Like, this is what I am expecting, like this is what I want to do, so I'm going to do that shit. And it was just great time. Like, the space was safe because I had like people I was familiar with,
Right.
and yeah, I met the designer, and she's a Cancer like me, so it was just like good vibes. Yeah, I just like, it was just a great time. We were just all cute and everything, and yeah, and it was my first Fashion Week experience. Like, like I've done things around Fashion Week. Like last year I was interning, or last season I was interning, but then I got sick, so I didn't even go to the show. So for this year, to just it being COVID, and not a lot of people can even say they get to work, and I'm over here modeling, like not even doing my main gig, which is styling. Like, you just out here being a model for Fashion Week.
As you should be.
It was great. It was great.
That all throughout the industry. I'm happy for you. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to share it. I would love for you to tell all the people where they can follow you, where they can @ you, where they can.
You guys can talk to me, follow me, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter. It's all the same, AreyXOLU, which is OREXOLU.
And it's right here. If y'all want to go ahead and follow, and subscribe to her, follow her journey, and support this beautiful Black queen.
Thank you.
And remember, hey, don't be offended when they call you a dreamer, honey. Just tell them, my ambition, you don't understand.
That's all.
Back next time. Love y'all, and thanks for supporting me in everything I do. See y'all.
I am ambitious.
Ambitiously misunderstood.
Ambitious.
Ambitiously misunderstood.
I am ambitious.
Ambitiously misunderstood.
I am ambitious.
Ambitiously misunderstood. Ambitiously.